CJ, you have something on the Vancouver Canucks, perhaps. They're still kind of spiraling a little bit. Things aren't necessarily going all that great for the Vancouver Canucks. I know we touched up on it on previous episodes, but I don't know if they've got anything planned going for, with Jim Benning or Travis Green or anything like that. Like, what could they even really do with what they've got going on right now? What are they going to do?
Well, I mean, they could obviously fire one or both of those guys. I think that it's pretty clear they're headed towards change. What's interesting about the situation is there's a lot of confusion around it, right? I mean, we've heard speculation about trades, maybe involving, say, a JT Miller. Obviously, Travis Green and Jim Benning's futures have been highly speculated upon and wondered about. I thought Patrick Johnston, also no relation, works for the Vancouver paper out there, had an interesting note in his column where he reported that the Aquilini brothers themselves, who own the team, are split on how they view things going forward. And so, if you don't have a clear plan from the top formulated, I think that might explain maybe why some of the things that are swirling. And, I really don't know where it goes. I don't think that they know where it goes. But their season is spiraling into chaos. I almost feel like any moves made at this point wouldn't really be designed just to, obviously you hope to play better and win, give your fans something to get excited about, sell tickets, all those things. But I don't think a decision would be about, this season. It's probably something that's more about, making better changes so you don't find yourself in this spot. But, what an awful turn it's been for the organization when they thought they had a summer of encouragement, and now here they are just losing all these rumors, the uncertainty. And, I do think at some point your change is going to come. If you were a player, and I know you played hockey once upon a time and you're actually pretty good, but if you were an NHL player right now, I wasn't that good. Let's set the record straight on that. You were good enough. Anyway, we don't have to go into that just yet. I just don't want to put myself on any par with the players we're talking about or anything. I didn't threaten to make the NHL or anything like that. Yeah. Sorry. It just, fine. We'll let you get that in. But let's say you had to choose between playing for the Montreal Canadiens or the Vancouver Canucks as they are right now. Which locker room, if you had to pick, which one would you rather be in? Probably Montreal. I find, I think that their season's a little less disappointing. I'm not saying it. I think that they're built maybe to withstand this a little better and still have some players coming. And obviously there's still uncertainty there. But even like Carey Price being out to start the year, I think that there's sort of more contributing factors maybe to why they've ended up as they, far down the standings as they are. But look, nowhere would be, both are intense media markets with passionate fan bases. Both did expect better this year, and it already appears a quarter of the way through the season here that essentially the season's lost in terms of, trying to compete for a playoff spot and all those things. I would tend to think that Montreal, the heat might be just a little bit down. They seem to have a cohesive locker room. I saw that they fought to get Fix You put back as part of their intro song there at the Bell Center. So, I can't imagine either's a happy place right now, but it might be just a little bit happier around the Canadiens these days. Okay. All right. That's an interesting way of looking at it. That's a really interesting way of looking at it. And yeah, they did what they did to get Fix You back. I for one was shocked when I heard the song playing. I think when they were last at the Bell Center over the weekend. Joel Edmondson, apparently the ringleader of I think he spoke to someone on the Canadiens PR staff, and they eventually got the song back. So yeah, they found ways to make it work. I've always loved that intro. I think if it's not broke, don't fix it. And so I love that the players did that. Honestly, I know it's kind of a goofy little storyline or whatever, and in the big scheme of things, it doesn't mean that much. But it is kind of part of what you associate with being at those games and watching the Canadiens come out and all that. That's true. I was somebody who was like, okay, you know what? I don't need to hear Fix You whenever I come in. But at the end of the day, it's not about me, the players at the end of the day. If that's what they like, I can respect that at least. I can respect you're that. Going to 30 games or whatever a year. So yeah. I'm coming for 2. So I don't mind. I don't mind hearing it in the limited basis that I hear it.